Welcome to this GEOS training module covering the various submittal types used by the EPD's Solid Waste Permitting Unit. For the Solid Waste Permitting Unit, there are 9 submittal types: notification of permit by rule operation, request for minor modification to solid waste handling permit, or minor mods, solid waste handling permit application, design and operations plan, or DNO plans, public participation and additional documentation, financial assurance, CCR unit application for solid waste handling permits, remaining capacity reports, and solid waste disposal and recycling reports, also known as tonnage reports. Let's take a brief look at each submittal type. Currently, EPD is only accepting notification of permit by rule applications in hard copy form through the mail. Please contact the EPD's Solid Waste Permitting Unit if you need more information. Submittal type SW02 is used for requesting minor modifications to the solid waste handling permit. 5-year permit reviews will need to be submitted in GEOS as a minor mod. There is a difference between minor and major modifications, so make sure you only use Form SW02 for the minor mods. Major modifications require Form SW03. Also, 5-year permit reviews will need to be submitted as a major mod if any 5-year permit review changes fall into the major mod category. Please don't forget to include your permit number when requesting minor mods. If you do forget, EPD is going to send it back. And unless a review engineer or geologist tells you otherwise, all associated documents need to be uploaded here through GEOS under Attachments. If a document is over 100 megabytes, you'll need to split it into parts and name the sections accordingly. Be sure any PDFs are unlocked and have all permissions granted so EPD can make document approval stamps online. Additionally, make sure that space is reserved in the title block on all plan sheets for EPD's approval stamp. Form SW03, Solid Waste Handling Permit Application. Use this when you're submitting either a new solid waste permit application or a major modification. Minor mod requests can only be handled with Form SW02 and major modifications only with Form 03. Like minor mods, please reserve space within the title block on all plan sheets for EPD's approval stamp, in addition to leaving the plans unlocked with all permissions granted. For DNO plans, you must have a submittal ID that is associated with a solid waste handling permitting application. Without that submittal ID, GEOS won't allow you to submit a set of DNO plans. We recommend you only use Form SW04 if you're planning on submitting a new application. For all design and operation plans, please be sure to leave a space for seals of approval and signatures. You'll also need the submittal ID of your solid waste handling permit application to use Form SW05, public participation and additional documentation. Use Form SW06 to submit all financial assurance mechanisms for a facility. Stepping through the process, you'll first have to select the purpose of the financial assurance submittal. Now please keep in mind that any financial assurance mechanism has to be physically mailed to EPD in addition to being submitted through GEOS. Use the drop-down to choose the facility. Then, under Financial Assurance, for each mechanism, select Add New Record and submit the information. Using Form SW07, CCR unit application for waste handling permit follows the same rules as Forms SW02 and SW03. It's essentially the same thing as applying for a solid waste handling permit. Here's something important. For question 1, always choose New Solid Waste Handling Permit. For question 2, make sure to select Coal Combustion Residuals Unit. Form SW08 Remaining Capacity Reports can only be submitted with an open reporting obligation. Red asterisks mark required fields. The form will make appropriate calculations as you fill in the fields. Compare these to the values contained on your hard copy to make sure they match. This remaining capacity report form has to be completed, signed, and sealed by a professional engineer licensed in Georgia, and you'll need to scan that signed form and upload it here. Remaining capacity reports should be filed between July 1st and September 30th and contain the remaining capacity data as of June 30th. Solid waste disposal and recycling reports, or tonnage reports, can only be submitted with an open reporting obligation. You'll select your measuring method, on-site, off-site, or representative sample. Then you'll need to click Add New Record for each tonnage record. Under the Origin of Waste field, be sure to fill out either the municipality or the county field. Don't fill out both, or the form will be sent back. Make sure you've made a selection for the waste type as well. Section 3, Materials diverted from the waste stream, should only be filled out if those materials apply to you. If you have questions about whether or not they do, please feel free to call EPD representatives. If you accidentally click one of the radio buttons, it can't be deselected. So the best fix is to enter a 0 in the tons recycled field. Reporting obligations for tonnage reports will be made available at the end of each reporting quarter and appear on your GEOS public account dashboard. After the quarter ends, these obligations will remain open for 30 days, and after this, they'll be overdue. If your account is associated with 2 or more facilities, please ensure that your tonnage reports are submitted under the correct reporting obligation. Thank you for watching this training video. If you have any questions regarding the content of this video or about GEOS in general, please don't hesitate to contact us.